back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Fern. What is up? Today, I look like I have a cooking channel, but it's not a cooking channel. But I have so many of my friends on Instagram asking me to do a cinnamon roll recipe. So I figured why not do it on YouTube so I don't have to explain myself over and over again. And plus, it's easier for me to show you guys how to do it rather than just explaining how to do it. I am pretty bad at explaining things. So here I am with a video. I am going to show you exactly how I make my cinnamon roll. I have all the ingredients laid out in front of me to make our dough. You'll need 4 cups to 5 cups of flour. If it's really humid, you'll need more flour than if you live in a dry climate. I live in Thailand, so it's really humid. I find that sometimes I need up to 5.5 cups of flour depending on the day. Today feels quite humid, so I'm probably gonna need quite a bit of flour. First of all, in this bowl, I have 1 cup of milk and 1/3 cup of unsalted butter. I'm gonna heat this up in the microwave. And the second thing that we're gonna do, we are gonna actually activate our yeast. In this little bowl, I have lukewarm water, which I'll be adding a tablespoon of sugar. This is how we activate our yeast. And I actually just bought this yeast the other day because the yeast that I had was dead. And when I tried to activate it, it didn't have any bubbles or any foam, which you'll see later on what it should look like. For yeast, normally you need 1 pack, but because my store doesn't carry small packets of yeast, I had to buy this one. 1 pack of yeast would equal to 7 grams. So let's just measure that out. Now I'm gonna give this a little stir. And I'm just gonna let that sit and rest and do its thing, okay? Next, we are gonna measure out our flour. In this bowl, I'm gonna put in 4 cups of flour and then just gradually add it as I go and really see how the dough feels. That's what we should go by, the feeling of the dough. This dough shouldn't be too sticky and it should be nice and elasticy. And I will show you exactly what that should look like. In my flour, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. It's not really for taste, it's to bring out all the flavors inside of the dough. And I'm just gonna whisk that real quick and blend it in. As you guys can see, my yeast is activated. It's nice and bubbly on my wooden spoon because I don't have a KitchenAid or I don't have an electric robot. We are gonna do everything by hand. We will be using our muscles to make the cinnamon roll because you have to earn it, you guys. You have to earn it. Make like sort of like a little well in the center of the flour and pour this mixture in there. So 1 egg. 2 eggs. And now I'm gonna put in my eggs. And just really give everything a nice stir. Obviously, if you have a KitchenAid, you just put this in your little KitchenAid and it will do the stirring for you. But I don't have one, so we are gonna do this by hand, which I actually love doing. Just slowly incorporating the flour together. Oh my goodness, I forgot my yeast. Obviously, you do this beforehand. So adding in a little bit at a time. Stir it up. there. A little bit more. And because I totally forgot that I activated my yeast in a little bit more water, I have more liquid than the original recipe. So obviously I'll need a little bit more flour than the original recipe. The original recipe called for 4.5 to 5 cups of flour. However, because I did add in that little extra water to activate my yeast, I'm gonna need a little bit more flour. Nearly there, I think a little bit more flour. So this will be my 6th cup of flour. When you guys are doing this recipe, please only use 1 cup of liquid. If you guys are using milk and water, make sure to measure out your liquid. I totally forgot. Oops, this is not a very good start to my recipe video. But yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. Then afterwards, I'm gonna plop this on my work surface and just knead it a little bit. I'm just gonna flour my surface a little bit. What was that noise? Oh my goodness. Plop my dough on the surface. As you guys can see, that is still quite a sticky dough. I haven't found really good cinnamon rolls in Thailand. So that's the reason why I even started making my own cinnamon rolls. Thailand is not really known for their baking goods. It's not in our culture, you know, to really make breads or anything like this. So obviously this comes from Europe. Well, I think cinnamon roll comes from America, but I'm not sure. I'll have to Google that. Yeah, but this looks pretty darn good. Of course it's gonna be messy, you guys, so if you're scared of a little bit of mess, I wouldn't advise you to do this, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how my dough is looking. You see how it is? It's like still soft and gooey, but it's not really sticking to my hands. It is sticking, but not that much. I've greased this bowl. So basically I'm just gonna turn this around and make it into a little ball, trapping some air in there so that my yeast will grow and so that my dough will rise. Ta-da! Now what I'm gonna do is wash my hands and cover this up. So you should leave this dough, let it rise for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending how warm your climate is. Like I said before, I do live in Thailand, so it's nice and hot and humid here. It takes only about 1 hour for it to really rise, but I like to make sure to really allow the proper amount of time for it to rise. So I'll come back and check on my dough in 1.5 hours and probably go to the gym while my dough rises. Well, first of all, I need to clean this up. But yeah, so there we have it. Our dough, and I'm gonna let it rise and I'll see you guys once it's rised. Before I roll out my dough, I'm gonna prepare the filling. So I have in here a cup of unsweetened butter. I've chopped it up in like little pieces because it will be easier for us to work with. You'll see later on. Okay, so 3/4 cups of brown sugar. And normally you use only 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, but I'm gonna actually put in 2 because I love cinnamon. 2 heaping tablespoons of cinnamon and a heaping teaspoon of flour. There we are. Now what I'm gonna do is, with my fork, I'm just gonna crush this in. Just basically mixing the butter with my cinnamon and brown sugar mix. So here it is. This is what it looks like. That looks pretty good. Oops. That looks good. Now that I let my dough rise, look at how beautiful that is. It rose about like nearly 2 times its size, its original size. I'm gonna deflate this and flour my countertop before we start. And we're just gonna basically knead it a little bit and form the shape to start rolling out our cinnamon rolls. There we go. Now a little bit of flour around here. Yeah, it's still quite sticky. It is gonna be a little bit of a mess, this dough, because it's really, really soft and sticky. Look at how it just bounces right back. That's exactly what you want. It's not sticking too much, which is great. Kneading it a little bit more. You don't actually have to do this, but I just like to do it. Okay, that feels pretty good. A little bit more flour. And now we're just gonna spread our dough. The other day was the first day I made cinnamon rolls in like about 2 years. So yeah, so this is like my 2nd time in the past 2 years to make this. But it's not that hard. It's just a little messy. Don't be scared of mess. So we just want to stretch that out. It's really elasticy, this dough, which is what you want. It's still a little bit sticky, which I find when my dough is sticky, it makes like really soft, great and soft cinnamon rolls. Basically what I'm trying to do is make my dough the size of the pan, and then we can put in the filling and roll it. Roll it in, out, whatever. In, yeah, in would be better. Okay, so just trying to stretch it, flour my hands. Try to make it as even as you can. You can even use a roller to do this. I like using my hands. Ta-da! Now I'm gonna get the filling. Now we're just gonna, it's nice and firm, once again, just how we want it. I feel like if I use my hand, this will be actually a lot easier. Try to spread it as evenly as you can possibly can. This is a messy job, you guys. If you guys like to make a mess, go make yourself some cinnamon rolls, and it will make your house smell beautiful when it's cooking in the oven. So I'm just spreading this the best as I can all around. Just scraping every little bit of this filling. There we go. Off the fork. Roll it tight. Getting every little bit. Don't you guys worry, my countertop is nice and clean. And if your dough feels uneven, you can always push it with your hand and just form it more evenly later on. You'll see. I will show you how to do that. Just like that. Okay, so now we have it. Here is my cinnamon roll, nice and rolled out. Now what I'm gonna do, because it's like a little bit fatter here than it is on this side, I'm just gonna make it a little bit longer, just with my hands, you know, just trying to even everything out. There we go. Now we have it. Now the fun part. We're gonna chop it and put it in here. We want 12 pieces. So what I'm gonna do is basically cut this in half. And yeah, I'll show you guys that right now. There we have it. Now in our tray it goes. Alright you guys, so here we are for our cinnamon rolls. I'm gonna cover this and let it rise again for about 30 to 45 minutes. You know what? Let's not do the plastic wrap. I'm just gonna put a towel over this and put it in the warm area of your house and just let it rise once again before we put it in the oven. And while it rises, we can preheat our oven so that when it's ready, we can just stick this in and not waste any more time. So it has been about 45 minutes. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know what that dance is all about, but I'm just so freaking happy right now. Like, I can just imagine how this will smell in the oven. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see? I'm really sorry that my tray is like all scratched up, but like I said, I'm not a cooking channel. I love to cook. This might turn out into a cooking channel one day, but this is just a recipe that I love and I wanted to share with you guys, and it turned out amazing. Like, anyway, we're not finished yet. Let's get this milked. Let's get this milked. What you're supposed to do now is just brush a little cream, half and half, milk, butter, whatever you have on hand. I don't want to use butter because there's quite a bit of butter already in here. And you know, fitness girl, trying to not put extra butter that I don't need. So we're just gonna use some milk and we're just gonna lightly brush this on here. And my oven is already preheated behind me. And we're gonna stick this in the oven for, we're gonna try 25 minutes first, and then we will jab it with a toothpick and see if the toothpick comes out nice and clean. If it does, that means it's already cooked, and if it needs a little bit more time to cook, I'll just leave it in for a little longer. So here we are. It's all nice and brushed. Ta-da! And let's put it in the oven now. I'm so excited, you guys. Like, seriously. Done. Let's put our timer on for 25 minutes. My phone is like almost dying on me. It takes forever to load. Like, come on, phone! There we go. 25 minutes. We're gonna do the icing while this bakes in the oven. So I'll be right back. Okay, so for our cream cheese topping, icing, glaze, whatever you wanna call it, I have about 80 grams of cream cheese here. And I'm just gonna put inside the leftover milk that I used to brush the cinnamon rolls with. I'm just gonna put the rest in here because I don't like to waste food. This, I would imagine this is about 1/3 cup of milk. Put this in there, and then I'm gonna stick this in the microwave, and then I'll be right back. Now that this is a little bit heated, I'm just gonna whisk this. So I have a cup of icing sugar. Just gonna add that little by little. Be gentle, you guys, or else you'll get it everywhere. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. It looks so yummy. I have to like sort of like I'm probably like the worst YouTuber ever, but bear with me, you guys. I'm learning. But yeah, that looks amazing. So add in a little bit more. And you want this type of texture. You got it? So you guys see how it's like just falls like a ribbon into the bowl? Now that is done. You guys, I wish you guys could smell what this is smelling like right now. Like, it's just starting to smell like amazing. In about like 10 minutes time, it is just gonna smell divine. Like, I can't even wait to try it, you guys. Like, I'm so excited. I didn't even taste it yet to see if it's any good. Wow. Wow. That is just gonna be fantastic on our cinnamon rolls. Wow. But like I said, this is the consistency that you guys want. You see how it just like slowly falls back into the bowl? It looks like a ribbon. You see what I mean? But yeah. Now we're just gonna set this aside and wait until our cinnamon rolls are done. Okay guys, my timer just went off. It is time to take these baby out of the oven. It smells divine and it looks amazing. I wish you guys can smell it. Like, it smells fantastic. Now we're just gonna let this sit and rest and cool down for a little bit before we put our little homemade icing all over it. And then the best part, we get to try it. Oh my gosh, like, I'm so excited. I honestly wish you guys can actually smell this, because the smell is just so heavenly. It's like, oh. Okay, now that we let this cool down for a little bit, I feel like it's okay now. We're just gonna get a spoon and drizzle this. Sorry, I can't stop licking my fingers. Drizzle this all over. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to taste this. It smells amazing and it looks amazing. My son is gonna be so freaking happy when he gets home from school today. His mama is the best. Yay. He loves cinnamon rolls. Everybody does, actually. My daughter, my husband, so do I, my friends. Everybody loves cinnamon rolls. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't like cinnamon rolls. I'm actually gonna take some to a friend of mine's house because I haven't made anything for them for a while. So I figured I'd go by and just say hi. I think I got pretty much everything. Now the best part. Get on my cinnamon roll. Then I get to lick the spoon. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's a little bit tangy. It's like sweet, but because of the cream cheese, it's a little bit tangy. And it's just, wow. I'm gonna put that down, make myself some coffee, and have a piece of it. Guess which one I'm gonna go for? In the middle, of course. You guys, that is so fluffy. After this, I'm definitely gonna go to the gym. I was gonna go while my dough was like rising and stuff, but I didn't have enough time. I had to clean the kitchen, I had to do like the dishes and clean up my countertop and everything. And yeah, it was just not enough time for me to go to the gym, get my workout on, and then come back. So now that everything is done, I'm gonna sit down, chill, and have this piece of cinnamon roll. Wow. 1 second. I'm just like, zoom you guys in. Do you see how moist and lovely? I'm just like trying to give you guys like every angle I can. Plop this on the plate. Oh my gosh. I'm really proud of myself. Like, look at how that just like bounces. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay, I'll stop now. But here is my cinnamon roll, and if you guys would like to try the recipe, I will link all the ingredients and everything below in the description box. And if you do try my recipe and follow my video, please leave a comment and let me know what you think. And honestly, if you try this recipe, your family, your friends will love you for it, and they'll ask you again and again and again for you to make it for them, because it's just a yummy treat. I'm actually gonna try it now. It just looks, oh my god. This is like, it's like, we'll just like place this gently like here. And here's my coffee. And this is not needed. I got my coffee, I got my cinnamon rolls. I'm like, I don't need anything else in life, you know? I got everything I need right in front of me. Oh, how do I even do this? It's ginormous. 1, 2, 3. It's so messy. This is the best cinnamon roll I have made in a very, very long time. I can honestly say that this could be the best cinnamon roll I've made ever. Life is good. Hot. I hope you enjoyed this little recipe, and I really do hope that you try it out because it is just an amazing recipe and you guys will enjoy this so much. And please definitely let me know if you try my recipe and if my video helped you out. And yeah, it takes a little long. You have to let your dough rise like bread and then let it re-rise again once you roll it out. It is a long process, but it's not that difficult. It's so worth it because there's nothing better than homemade cinnamon rolls, you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys really like this video and I hope you guys like spending the time with me. And if you did, please don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Just gonna enjoy this, baby. I just really wanted to quickly get back on here and say, you guys, this is a treat. You should only treat yourself every once in a while with these kind of foods because obviously it's not the healthiest food for your body, but it is a great treat every once in a while for your soul. So I would highly recommend you do this, but not every single day. Perhaps maybe once a week, once a month or something like that. But this should stay as a treat because I don't want you guys to have diabetes because this is filled with sugar. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my video.